Good morning students, welcome once again to online video class from PCHSS Maripada. So today I am going to explain or I am going to discuss you about a new topic of principle of inheritance and variation, that is called what? Linkage. And this is the end part of the chapter. Which one? Linkage. So what is called linkage? So linkage, what is called linkage? So the definitions of linkage is when two or more genes are located closely. When two or more genes are located closely in a chromosome is called linkage. So, when two or more genes are located closely in a chromosome is called linkage. Now, so who discovered linkage? Linkage was discovered by Batson and Punnett. Batson and Punnett in 1906. Who discovered linkage? Linkage was discovered by Batson and Punnett in 1906. By which plant? From Lathyrus odoratus. From which plant? Lathyrus odoratus. Odoratus. It's a scientific, it is the botanical name of sweet pea. From sweet pea he had checked from the sweet pea he had find out what the characteristics are and what the features of linkage. From sweet pea he had find out the characters from the sweet pea about linkage. So linkage was discovered by Batson and Punnett in 1906 from Lathyrus odoratus, that is called the sweet pea. Later this theory was illustrated. Lathyrus odoratus, as you know, it is what? No, it is a sweet pea. The scientific name or the botanical name of sweet pea is Lathyrus odoratus. It is a flowering plant. Now, later this theory was again illustrated by one of the scientists called, that is what? Thomas Hunt Morgan. Who? Thomas Hunt Morgan. Later this theory of linkage was illustrated by Thomas Hunt Morgan in 1910 by Drosophila melanogaster. Drosophila melanogaster. Drosophila melanogaster is what? It is a fruit fly. The scientific name of fruit fly is Drosophila melanogaster. Have you ever seen a fruit fly called Drosophila? Whenever you are cutting off fruits like apples or pineapples, so whatever it may be, when a small insects like when a small moths like structure which is getting accumulated on the surface of the fruits, and that particular type of flies is called what? No? Drosophila melanogaster, and the general name of Drosophila melanogaster is fruit flies. Okay, Drosophila melanogaster, that is fruit flies. Okay, so linkage. When two or more genes are located closely in a chromosome is called linkage. So linkage was discovered by Batson and Punnett in 1906 by Lathyrus odoratus. Lathyrus odoratus, it is a flowering plant and is a what? It is a flowering plant or what? No, the general name of Lathyrus odoratus is sweet pea. Later, this theory of linkage was illustrated by Thomas Hunt Morgan, not from the plant. He had just made an experiment with which kind of organism, that is called Drosophila melanogaster. Drosophila melanogaster is nothing but it is the general and the common name. The common name is what? No, fruit flies. Whenever a fruit is cut, all the mammoth-like structure which it is. When the mammoth-like structure on the moth or mammoth-like structure, when it goes to the surface or when it gets accumulated on the surface of the fruit, and that particular type of flies is called what? No, fruit flies, not mammoth and maggot. Okay, so linkage was discovered by Batson and Punnett. Next, so how many types of linkage are there? Based on the presence, based on the presence of genes in a chromosome. Based on the presence of genes in a chromosome, linkage was classified into two types. One is complete linkage and another one is what? The incomplete linkage. How? I am showing you now. Based on the presence of genes in a chromosome, linkage is classified into two types. First one is complete linkage and another one is incomplete linkage. Complete linkage and another one is incomplete linkage. So now I am explaining you about complete linkage descriptively. Okay, what is complete linkage? Now, so particular definitions of the complete linkages. So, complete linkage. It's the definitions of complete linkage. So, what is called complete linkage? When two or more genes are very closely associated with each other in a chromosome, so that particular conditions of a gene is called what? No, linkage. When two or more genes are very closely associated with each other in a chromosome, is called complete linkage. It's called what? No, complete linkage. So I am showing you the diagram. Complete linkage. Suppose this is a chromosomes. This is a structure of a chromosomes. Okay. Here is the structure of a chromosomes or sister chromatids. So two homologous chromosomes are there, and this is what? A kinetochore. Okay, and these are what? Sister chromatids. Now this is the gene which is present in a chromosomes, and these are the genes where it is very closely associated with each other. The genes are very closely associated with each other. So this is called what? No, complete linkage. Complete linkage, the particular definition of the complete linkage is when two or more genes are very closely associated with each other in a chromosome. It's called complete linkage. Due to complete linkage, there is no chances of recombinations or crossing over will take place. Due to complete linkage, crossing over of chromosomes or chromatids does not take place. As a result, recombinant character is not seen in what? In complete linkage. Due to complete linkage, crossing over of chromatid does not take place. As a result, recombinant character is not seen. Recombinant character is not seen. Okay. So here the chromatids are here the genes are very closely associated with each other. Look at here. Here the chromosomes are very closely associated with each other. So there is no chances of crossing over. There is no chances of crossing over with each of the chromosomes. Okay. So that is called complete linkage. Again I am repeating the definitions. When two or more genes are very closely associated with each other in a chromosome is called complete linkage. Due to complete linkage, crossing over of chromatid does not take place. As a result, recombinant character is not seen in complete linkage. So So the best example of complete linkage is Drosophila melanogaster. Which one? Drosophila melanogaster. So I have to mention the cross of Drosophila melanogaster. How to find out the ratio of the genotypic ratio of the individuals forming due to complete linkage. So you know, suppose this is a parents. So a lot of cross are there in complete and incomplete linkage. You have to practice it nicely. Parents, phenotype, genotype. So the character of complete linkage is taken by the examples of Drosophila melanogaster. Which example I am taking? Drosophila melanogaster. Melanogaster. Okay. Fruit fly. Drosophila melanogaster. Suppose this is what? No, phenotype and this is genotype. The phenotypes you have to write the qualitative. You have to write the qualitative characters of the phenotype. That is what a Drosophila melanogaster. You are taking what? No, red eye, normal wing. Red eye, normal wing. This is the character of what? No, Drosophila, having a red eye and having normal wing. Okay, whenever it is getting crossed with purple eye, vestigial wing. Vestigial wing means it is not functioning properly. Vestigial wing. Purple eye having what? No, vestigial wing. Okay. Now genotype would be what? No, red eye, capital R stands for red, and normal wing stands for capital W. Okay, this is the genotype. Okay, this is the genotype of what? No, red eye, normal wing of Drosophila melanogaster. And purple eye, small r, and W is small w, small r representing purple, and small w representing vestigial. Okay. Now gametes. You have to check the gametes. How many gametes are producing? Now capital R, capital W, okay. Now small r, w, and small r, w. In first filial generation, what we are observing in the first filial generation, whenever it is getting crossed with this and this, so the first filial generation, small r, and capital W, small w, again capital R, capital W. All are red eye, normal wing. All are red eye, normal wing. This is the first filial generation. Whenever there is a hybridal cross, with what? No, homozygous recessive. That is what test cross. So what is the basic definition of the test cross? Test cross, it is a cross between the unknown genotype with homozygous recessive. Okay, test cross is what? No, unknown genotype. It is a cross between unknown genotype with homozygous recessive. So I am showing you here now. Look at here. This is the F1 hybrid condition. That is what? No, capital R, capital W, small w. This is hybrid. Again, I have to mention in this way also. Parents, phenotype, genotype, red eye, normal wing in first filial generation. F1 generation means F1 generation stands for first filial generations. Okay, first filial generation. Now phenotype. So due to test cross, TC stands for test cross. Phenotype, that is unknown genotype, is what? Capital R, small r, that is what? Red eye, normal wing. Red eye, normal wing. But it is which condition of red eye, normal wing is here? It is hybridal condition. Because why hybridal condition? Because capital R is dominating over small r and capital W is dominating over small w. It is not homozygous. It is what? Heterozygous. Okay, hybridal condition. Red eye, normal wing with P2. P2 means what? This is a parental P2. This one is parental P1 and this is what? P2. And these particular homozygous recessive. So the particular definitions of the test cross is when our unknown genotype is crossed with homozygous recessive. disclosed by homozygous recessive. So I have to put here what? No, what? Purple eye vestigial wing. Purple eye vestigial wing. Now the genotype would be capital R, small r, capital W, small w, and purple eye vestigial wing is small r, small r, small w, small w. Okay. Now what would be the gametes in complete linkage? Instead of 4 gametes due to complete linkage, only 2 gametes will produce. Okay, instead of 4 gametes, only 2 gametes are producing. That is what? Capital R, capital W, and small r, small w. Instead of 4 gametes, only 2 gametes are producing. Okay, how many gametes? 2 gametes. 2 gametes produced. Why producing 2 gametes? 2 gametes are producing due to 2 gametes produced due to complete linkage. Complete linkage. So you have to mention this statement over here. Next, capital R, capital W, and small r, small w, and the gametes should be small r, small w. So no need to write 2 times. Now the cross. Look at here. Capital R, capital W, small r, small w, and this small r, small w. So, what will be the genotype then? Capital R, small r, capital W, small w. Again, capital R, small w, small w. Again, small r, small w, small w, and small r, and small w, small w. So what does this represent for? Capital R, small r, and capital W, and small w, that is red eye normal wing. Here is also red eye normal wing, and these are what? Purple eye vestigial wing. So how many genotypes are producing? 4 genotypes are producing. So the observed ratio. What will be the observed ratio? Observed ratio. Now, capital R, small r, capital W, small w, capital R, small r, capital W, small w, small r, and small w, and small r, and small w, small w. All are in 25% of genotypes are producing. 25%, here it is producing 25%, 25%, and 25%. So the ratio is 1 is to, look at here, 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Now you will be asking me about why recombinant gene is not producing. Because why recombinant genotype is not there? Because due to complete linkage, and the recombinant character would be nil. What the recombinant character would be? Recombinant character would be nil. Why recombinant character is nil? Because due to complete linkage. Due to complete linkage, no recombinant character is seen in complete linkage. The best example of complete linkage is Drosophila melanogaster. Again, I am explaining you variants. First, you have to say phenotype: red eye normal wing, crossed with purple eye vestigial wing, and the gametes are, and the genotypes: capital R, capital W, and small r, and small w, small w. Okay. The gametes capital R, capital W, bicapital R, capital W. So, after crossing in F1 hybrid, the observed genotypes are capital R, small r, capital W, small w, capital R, small r, capital W, small w. All are red eye normal wing. So after test cross is, it is a cross between unknown genotype. This is unknown genotype with homozygous recessive. This is what homozygous recessive. Why homozygous recessive? Because having the same pair of alleles. Okay. Now then after that, gametes. How many gametes are producing? Only 2 gametes are producing over here. Capital R, capital W, and small w, due to complete linkage. Instead of 4 gametes, it is producing 2 gametes. So the cross, the observed ratio would be 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1, and the recombinant character is nil. So this is the actual experiment, and this is the perfect experiment of complete linkage, which is concerned to what? No, Drosophila melanogaster. Next, incomplete linkage. called incomplete linkage. Incomplete linkage. Incomplete linkage. When two or more genes are not closely associated with each other, in a chromosome is called incomplete linkage. Is called incomplete linkage. Is called incomplete linkage. Now the best examples I have to mention is what? That is Lathyrus odoratus. Example, Lathyrus odoratus. Lathyrus odoratus. In case of complete linkage, the chromosomes are very closely associated with each other. But in case of incomplete linkage, when two or more genes are not closely associated with each other in a chromosome, is called incomplete linkage. So the structure I am showing you here now. Here are the chromosomes. Here are the two sister chromatids, and this is the kinetochore. Here is the genes not very closely associated with each other. They are far apart from each other. They are what? Far apart from each other. They are far apart from each other. So that's why here there will be the chances of what? Crossing over. The Lathyrus odoratus. Lathyrus odoratus. Okay. The best examples of incomplete linkage is Lathyrus odoratus, that is sweet pea. Now I am showing you the structure and cross. Incomplete linkage. Phenotype, genotype. So, which character I have to check or which character I have to mention for the cross? That is what? No, blue flower, long pollen, blue flower, long pollen, and genotype would be capital B, capital B, capital L, capital L. This is capital B stands for blue and capital L stands for long pollen. Now, crossing with red flower, round pollen. Now, small b, small l. Now, gametes. What the gamete should be? Capital B, capital L, capital B, capital L. Again here, small b, small l, and small b, small l. Now, in first filial generation, capital B, capital L, small l. Again, capital B, capital L, small l. All are blue flower, long pollen. Blue flower, long pollen in F1 generation. Blue flower, long pollen. Now, what would be the next ratio in F2 generation? As I mentioned earlier that in complete linkage, test cross is been now in F1 generation, capital B, small b, and capital L, small l, capital B, small b, and capital L, small l, all are forming blue flower, long pollen. Then after that, I have to carry out the experiment of test cross. What is the test cross? It is a cross between unknown genotype, test cross, unknown genotype, parents, phenotype and genotype. Blue flower long pollen, blue flower long pollen crossed with P2, that is small b, small n, small n and small n. That is called a red flower round pollen. Red flower round pollen. It's a test cross. Now, blue flower long pollen, the genotype of the blue flower long pollen is capital B, small b, capital N, small n, and here small b, small b, and small n. Here, remember it. It is what? The incomplete linkage. Which one? Incomplete linkage. Incomplete linkage. This is a cross of what? The incomplete linkage. Now, genotype. Sorry, gametes. Gametes. Capital B, capital L, capital B, small l, small b, capital L, and small b, small l. And here small b, small l, and small b, small l. Now I am performing the experiment over here. Capital B, capital L, capital B, small l, small b, capital L, and small b, small n, and here small b, small l. Okay? Due to incomplete linkage, here all the gametes are forming. 4 gametes are forming. Here all the 4 gametes are forming. But in case of complete linkage, only 2 gametes were forming. But in complete linkage, 2 gametes were formed instead of 4. But in incomplete linkage, all the 4 gametes will form. Now, capital B, L, capital. Now, capital B, capital L, and capital B, small l, and small b, capital L, and small b, small l, and here the cross, capital B, small b, capital L, small l, capital B, small b, small l, small l, next small b, capital L, small l, small b, small l, small b, small b, small l, small l. Okay? So, what is the phenotype forming here? Blue flower long pollen, blue flower long pollen, blue flower long pollen. So, observed ratio. First, you have to mention the observed ratio. What the observed ratio would be? Observed ratio expected ratio, not expected ratio. Expected ratio. Suppose expected ratio would be what? 25%, that is 25%, that is 25%. Just like in complete linkage, but 25%, only 1:1:1. This is what the expected ratio. As you are expecting what? 1:1. But observed ratio would be what? Observed ratio. Now, observed ratio is 7:1:1:7. Due to what? Due to incomplete linkage, instead of 1:1:1, what would the ratio would be? 7:1:1:7. Why? Because there the crossing over and recombinant character is seen. Due to incomplete linkage, crossing over is taking place. As a result of that, recombinant character is seen. So that's why the ratio of the observed would be what? No, 7:1:1:7 instead of 1:1:1. Okay? Now, 43.7%. Now calculate it. 6.3%. And this is what a 6.3%, and this is what a 43.7%. Which one is 43.7%? This one. Capital B, small b, capital L, small l. Now small b, this is the parental character. Small b, and small l. These are 43.7%, and here is 43.7%. The 43.7% is forming what? Blue flower long pollen, and here it is what? No, red flower round pollen. But 6.3 and 6.3% are constant to which one? Recombinant character. Which are the recombinant character? These two are recombinant character. Now 6.3, small b, capital L, small l. 6.3. Now small b, small b, small b, capital L, small l. Now again capital B, small b, small l, small l. Capital B, small b, and small l, small l. Capital B, small b, small l, and small l. These are the recombinant character. These are the recombinant character. Remember it. These are the recombinant character. Why it is forming recombinant character? Because incomplete linkage has taken place in which plant? Lathyrus odoratus. That is the that is sweet pea. So 43.7% blue flower long pollen, 43.7% red flower round pollen, and 6.3 and 6.3 are forming what? So that is small b stands for red flower long pollen. Capital B blue flower round pollen. Okay, this is what the red flower long pollen, blue flower round pollen, blue flower round pollen. Okay, these are the recombinant character which is seen in incomplete linkage. Okay, next. So what are the factors affecting crossing over? I am showing you here. What are the factors affecting linkage? Factors affecting linkage. This is the important point which you have to remember. Factors affecting linkage. First one is age factor. With advancing of age, no crossing over is seen. No crossing over is seen, which it permits for, which it enables for strong linkage. Which is enables for what? Strong linkage, as there is no crossing over taking place in it, so there will be a chances of what? Strong linkage. When when an organism is advancing its age, then there will be no recombinant is seen. Okay, then there will be no recombinant is seen because due to lacking of what? Crossing over. As a result of that, it will be a chances of what? Strong linkage. Okay, next. Age. First one is age. Number 2, temperature. Temperature. When temperature increases, chances of crossing over increases. Chances of crossing over increases, reducing the linkage. Okay, this is the important point to remember, which is a very important point, and this is the expected question. Next, age, temperature, and X-rays. X-rays. When X-rays are exposed, chances of crossing over increases. Chances of crossing over increases, reducing the strength of linkage. Reducing the strength of linkage. These are the factors affecting linkage. Okay, now mechanisms of crossing over. What are the mechanisms of crossing over? So these are the important point to be remember. That is what factors affecting linkage. First is what age, temperature and X-ray. When an organism is increasing its age with the advancing of age, no crossing over is seen, which it enables for what? A strong linkage. Due to strong linkage, all the genes in a chromosomes are very closely associated. But in case of temperature, when the temperature increases, the chance of crossing over increases and reducing the linkage. X-rays. When X-rays are exposed, chances of crossing over increase and reducing the strength of linkage. So these are the important points, okay, for the factors affecting linkage. Next, mechanisms of crossing over. Mechanisms of crossing over. How crossing over is taking place. This is also a very important point, and this is a very important topic to remember while writing the statement. Mechanisms of crossing over. How? It is what now? Mechanisms of crossing over. Crossing over is based on breakage and reunion theory. Breakage and reunion theory. Reunion theory. Breakage and reunion theory proposed by Darlington. Proposed by Darlington in 1937. 1937. How? It comprises four stages. Four stages. First one is synapse. Synapses. Number B. Synapses. Number B tetrad. Tetrad. Number C crossing over or exchanging of material. Crossing over or exchanging of material. Exchanging of material. And number D is disjunction. Number D is what? Disjunction. Disjunction. Okay? Now synapses. How many stages are there in mechanisms of crossing over? First is synapses, second one is tetrad, third one is crossing over or exchanging of material, and number D is disjunctions. Now, to the diagram I am showing you how these four points are exhibiting in a cell. Suppose this is a two sister chromatids. Look at here. Two sister chromatids. Okay? Two sister chromatids. Two sister chromatids. And these are the kinetochore. Kinetochore. Okay? The first point is what now? First point is synapse. Synapse means what is the pairing of two homologous chromosomes. This is what the synapse means. Synapse means pairing of two homologous chromosomes. Two homologous chromosomes. Synapse. Okay. The first point is what the synapse is. The pairing of two homologous chromosomes. This is what the pairing of two homologous chromosomes, which it is mainly seen in which stage? Process 1 of meiotic division of the substage of leptotin. Remember, it is a very important point to remember. First is that the pairing of two homologous chromosomes is seen in substage of process 1 of meiotic division. Process 1 of meiotic division. Process 1 of meiotic division That is zygote. In which phase? That is zygote. In zygote of cell divisions, synapses, that is pairing of two homologous chromosomes is seen in the substage of prophase form of meiotic division. That is what the zygote. In zygote, what happens in zygote? So the pairing of two homologous chromosomes will be seen. That is called the synapses. Okay. Next is what? Number B is tetrad formation. What formation? Tetrad formation. Number B. Look at here. Tetrad. How tetrad is forming? So these are the two sister chromatids. Two sister chromatids are there. These are the kinetochore. Two sister chromatids. Again, what happens in tetrad? Suppose one pair of chromosomes, one pair of sister chromatid is there, another pair of the sister chromatids will just get approached to the initial sister chromatids. Okay, look at here. Now, two sister chromatids. Two sister chromatids. Here, synapse, that is what it is, bivalent. Bivalent is what? The two sister chromatids are fixing with each other. That is in the case of synapses A condition and in B tetrad. How many? So one sister chromatid. So one sister chromatids, one pair of sister chromatids is there, and another pair of sister chromatids will just get approached with each other, and it is forming what the tetrad formation. What it is forming? Tetrad formations. How many chromosomes? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what the tetrad formation. And this is also basically seen in which phase? It is seen in phakitin. It is seen in prophase 1 of meiotic division. It is seen in prophase 1 of meiotic division. Of which substage? Phakitin. Which substage? It is phakitin. It is a very important point to remember. So tetrad. So kinetochore are there, and the two sister chromatids are just, and one pair of sister chromatid is just approaching with another sister chromatid, and it is forming what? Not tetrad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four arms are there. That is what is tetrad. Number C. What happens in C? Look at here. And see, that is what crossing over or exchanging of materials. Exchanging of materials. Exchanging of materials. How exchanging of materials are taking place? Exchanging of materials. Look at here. Here are the next. What happens here? Look at here nicely. Out of two chromatids, one of the chromatids will getting associated with another sister chromatids. Okay? It's a very important point to keep it in your mind. Basically, this type of exchanging of materials takes place in which substage? It takes place in phakitin. In which substage? It takes place in phakitin. So these are non-exchanging chromatids, non-exchange chromatids, non-exchange chromatids, non-exchange chromatids. Non-exchange chromatid, and these two are forming what? A recombining. What it is forming? It is forming what? A recombinant. Recombinant. Okay? So look at here. How many pairs are there? So how many pairs are? Two pairs are there. That is four chromatids. So four chromatids are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the extreme of the chromosomes, at the end of the towards all the end, at the extreme end of the chromosomes are not getting attached with each other, but the middle of the chromosome, the middle of the chromatids are just getting associated with each other. In this particular conditions, all the exchanging of materials will take place. Exchanging of materials will take place. As a result of that, recombinant character is seen. Which kind of character is seen? Recombinant character is seen, and this particular exchanging of material is called a chiasmata. What is it called? Chiasmata. Which kind of point it is forming? What a chiasmata formation. Chiasmata formation. Chiasmata formation means exchanging of material when two sister chromatids are getting juxtaposed with each other. That is called what? Chiasmata formations. Okay. So, and the extreme end of the chromatids are not exchanging any chromatid, and the middle of the two chromosomes are exchanging their materials. So, this takes place in particularly in which substage? It is taking place in decaying of the Puppets monomeiotic divisions. Number C. And the number D is what? Disjunction. What happens in disjunction? It's a very simplest way to show you the structure. Disjunctions. After exchanging of materials, here are the chromosomes. Here, somewhat parts are getting recombined with it. Okay, disjunction. Now, disjunction means what? That means no formation of chiasmata. Then after that, there will be a dislocation will be taking place. In case of number C, that is exchanging of materials, two chromatids are exchanging of materials with each other. But in case of disjunction, after the completion of the processing of exchanging of materials, then there will be a disjunctions occurring. Okay. And these are the recombinant character. These are the recombinant character. Is seen in where in which condition? Disjunctions. Disjunction means that is what? No, that means all the chiasmata formations are not taking place in it. Okay. This is what? Disjunction. And these are the recombinant character. Recombinant character. While watching the video, you have to zoom it properly, okay? Because here the diagram which I have mentioned and the writing which I have mentioned is not so properly written. But it is properly written, but it is not so prominent to see from without making any zoom. Okay? So, understood? No. So, how many stages were comprising for the mechanisms of crossing over? First one is synapsis, B is stated formation, C is crossing over, exchanging of material, and D is what? Disjunction. After disjunction, then the recombinant character is seen. No chiasmata is forming in there. Okay? So, this chapter almost we have completed the chapter called Principles of Inheritance and Variation. This chapter is over. Now, after the completion of this chapter, I will be delivering you some important questions and answers or important notes through the mobile. Okay? Next class, there will be a zoology class where somewhat part of the disease were left to explain. On next day, I will be explaining you about that topics. Okay? So, till then, thank you.